Check this out, folks. This is a great video from North Carolina's Lieutenant Governor, Mr. Mark Robinson. This guy is right on, spot on every time. North Carolina Senate passes Parents' Bill of Rights. Listen to what this guy's got to say. Tell me what you think.
Comes as parents across the country worry that some teachers and school administrators might be encouraging children to keep secrets from their parents, especially when it comes to gender issues. Mark Robinson is the Lieutenant Governor of North Carolina and with us now. Sir, the legislation would require schools to tell parents about any time a student asked to use a different name or different pronouns. Why is it that GOP lawmakers are pushing for this right now?
Well, thank you for having me here this morning. We believe that it is important that parents are in charge of their children's educational destiny and that parents are always in charge of their children's social progress. Look, the schools have overstepped their bounds greatly. The school is an institution for learning, for reading, writing, and arithmetic, and the associated things that those things can bring, and the success that can bring outside the classroom and careers. But the school is not for social engineering, and all too often that's what we see. Any of these interpersonal relationships or things that strike at interpersonal relationships, these things need to be directed by the parents, and no secrets need to be held between teachers or administrators or anyone else inside that school. It needs to be full parental involvement always needs to be at the forefront. And so that's the reason for this bill.
You know, sir, we've covered a lot of stories that have to do with classroom curriculum, right? Race-based curriculum being incorporated into the classwork. Now we're following these stories about gender identity being discussed and maybe not being so transparent with families involved. What do you think about this focus now on these two issues compared to what you might typically think of education in the classroom when it comes to just your basic school and subject matter?
With the classrooms being packed with this type of stuff and with folks pushing to have this type of stuff put into the classroom, there is no wonder that this sad statistic exists. In North Carolina, we spend half of our $26 billion state budget on public education, and right now we are failing to teach our children to read on a grade level. I would submit to you that the reason why that exists is because to a large degree, the education bureaucracy, not necessarily the teachers, not the parents, not the students, the educational bureaucracy has lost its way when it comes to education, and they have forgotten the true mission of education, which is to teach children what they need to succeed outside the classroom. That starts with reading, writing, and arithmetic. It does not start or include social engineering.
Sir, do you see this bill making its way to the governor's desk?
I certainly hope that it will. I have full confidence that it will. I think it's high time. I think that the folks in our legislature are certainly know the pulse of the people out there, and they've seen across the country, not just in North Carolina, they've seen across the country that parents have absolutely lost their patience with this all-powerful educational cabal that thinks that they know better than they do, and they want better for their children, and they're demanding better for their children, and we have to deliver.
All right, we'll be watching to see where this bill goes next. That's North Carolina Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson. Thank you, sir, for joining us today.